Okay, I think we're gonna get started here. And once again, if you don't have time to fill out the attendance form or didn't get and get the QR code, it will be in the next slide. So do not worry. With that, hello everyone. Welcome to our January, also spring general body meeting here at the GDSC at UCF. For you who read about this announcement, we will also be discussing the solution challenge during this general body meeting, and I'm glad all of you can make it. With that, let's talk a little bit about our meeting schedule today. Today, we're going to firstly discuss what is a GDSC. Then we're going to discuss how you can get involved in the Google Developer Student Club here at UCF. We're going to talk about upcoming events. And then we're going to shift over to an overview of the Google Solution Challenge. We'll end on a trivia game, which you get a hacker Discord role if you do win the trivia game. And after this event, we will be having a social at Bento Sushi. And once again, the QR code's on the screen here for y'all to fill out the attendance and join our Discord. We highly recommend you join our Discord. If you want anything about like the next event or upcoming announcements or anything, we highly recommend you join our Discord. It's where we basically send everything first and foremost. I'm gonna give a little bit of time while I close the doors here. So with that, let's get started on what is a GDSC. GDSC stands for Google Developer Student Club. And essentially, we are one organization under a much broader organization called Google Developers. And Google Developers is essentially this organization owned by Google, who essentially tries to push a lot of the technology in a bunch of these learning communities. So Google Developer Student Clubs in general, or in particular, are groups of organizations dedicated to learning communities at universities all across America and the world. So you might find a Google Developer Student Club at Berkeley or FSU or basically any major university here in the United States. With that, there's also Google Developer Groups, Google Developer Experts, and Women Tech Makers. And we all encompass this broader organization of Google developers who's solely dedicated to teaching a lot about Google-related technologies. So our mission at the end of the day is to help students bridge the gap between theory and practice here at the Google Developer Student Club at UCF. Many of you, I'm sure, are in tech adjacent majors, and many of you feel that in your classes, you might be learning a lot about the theory and the mathematical basis behind a lot of the stuff you do, but you don't actually put into practice a lot of what you learn. As a result, our mission at the end of the day is to kind of get you ready for more practical means of technology and teaching you a lot of the resources and tech that you might see in your everyday workday. With that, we give you hands-on experience with real industry tools with real practical applications. Here is a list of a bunch of Google developer related technologies that we have the resources to kind of host workshops about and teach. For example, we have Flutter, Google Maps, Google Cloud, TensorFlow, etc. But our club is not constrained to only Google technologies. If you ever seen some of our past workshops, we give practically workshops on a wide slew of technologies, not really Google's constraint. And that's because at the end of the day, this is a student-run community. And in the student-run community, we really try to push peer-to-peer learning, in which we hope that by being in the Google Developer Student Club here at UCF, you can better reach out to us to learn about a bunch of different technologies. We also host a bunch of workshops based on student opinion. So routinely, we'll ask a lot of the opinions, especially at these GBMs, about what you guys want to learn and what you guys are interested in having workshops about. And from those opinions, we host our workshops accordingly. So we hope that in this peer-to-peer learning environment, you can meet people, make teams, build projects, and most importantly, play with technology. So if any of this interested you so far in this kind of short spiel about what the GDSC is as a whole, we're open to all majors and we hope that you can join. And if you would like to join, there's a tinyurl.com link over there. And there's also a QR code giving you kind of a step-by-step basis on how to formally join the GDSC. This will give you more information on how to join our Bevy. Bevy is this Google-made platform that has all of our events on it. It has all the RSVP information, etc. And basically, Google developers as an entity kind of pushes us to be on this platform. So if you want to be formally recognized by Google developers in the sense that you are part of this club, not really UCF, that I highly recommend you join that too. And by signing up for this, you will be on an email listing. So anytime you see one of our events, you will be sent emails about that upcoming event. So this is also a really nice way of staying in touch in addition to the Discord. I'll give everyone a minute just to open that link if you want to. Okay, we're going to move on here. Please let me know if you can access any of these links at the end of this meeting. I'll be more than happy to share these with you. With that, we're going to kind of jump into basically what's happening in the month of February for the Google Developer Student Club. This is kind of just a little preview of what we're going to discuss in more detail. So if you want to take a quick screenshot or picture right here, this is a preview of all the events that we're going to have in January or February, my bad. We will also be posting all of these on the Discord and making it on or sending to your email if you sign up through the Bevy. So don't worry if you don't get them all here. We will talk about them in more detail. So the first thing I want to discuss is the Hackaday event that we're collabing with Night Hacks with this Saturday, February 4th. And the Hackaday as a whole event will be from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. So just really quickly, Night Hacks is hosting Hackaday. And Eli, do you want to discuss in more detail kind of what Hackaday is?
Sure. So originally, Night Hacks was planning to run a full-scale hackathon this weekend, and instead we're condensing the whole experience into just one day. So it'll start at 10 a.m. with an opening ceremony. It'll end at 7:30 with a closing ceremony. It should be fun by 8. Maybe food, maybe snacks. It's a great opportunity to test out a hackathon, come learn some cool stuff, work on a team project, and also make something that actually solves like a issue related to a social good cause. So lots of good things. Should be really exciting. We're really excited this time.
And if someone wants to join Hackaday, how do they join?
Yeah, so we have a link that's not on here, but if you go online to nighthacks.org/linktree, which I could put in the event notes section on our Discord, I'll do that afterwards. But there's a registration form if you're interested in attending as a participant. It's completely free. It's one day. Again, we'll give you food. If you're interested in going as a volunteer, you can do that as well. We need lots of public volunteering. There should be lots of other events going on throughout the weekends.
Yeah, so about that, we will be hosting a workshop at Hackaday this Saturday. It will be Git/GitHub for team development. So if you're going to be attending the event or are interested in dropping by just for the workshop, please note that we will be hosting the Git/GitHub event this Saturday at Hackaday. Then I also want to discuss that our February GBM will be kind of close to this one. Our January GBM just 2 weeks from now. It is Monday at February 13th at 6 p.m. And you can join us to learn about all the upcoming event in the rest of February and early March. Essentially what this meeting is going over, but there's something very important about our February GBM. In our constitution, if you want to be an officer for the next year, so this would be 2023 to 2024, we ask for nominations to start at our February GBM. It's just how it is in the rule book. As a result, if you are interested in becoming an officer for the 2023 to 2024 season here at the Google Developer Student Club, you must attend this 2023/2024 officer nomination thing at our GBM in February. So I highly recommend, well, it is kind of required for you to come to our February GBM if you also want to be an officer for 2023 through 2024. And if you have any questions more in particular about what the core team exists or like what our officers do and any more information about that, please feel free to come up to one of us. You can ask anyone here. They're all part of the core team and they will be more than happy to answer any of your questions. Just to learn a little bit more about what we do behind the scenes at the Google Developer Student Club. With that, we also would like to announce a 2-part workshop series that we'll be hosting in late February, our portfolio website series on Monday, February 20th and Monday, February 27th. Join us to learn how to design, create, and host your very own portfolio site. We will be creating a portfolio from scratch using React.js, and we'll be hosting it with GitHub Pages. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, I highly recommend that you come out to this event on February 20th and 27th. Also, creating a portfolio is just very good for your professional career. So even if you're not that or already know React.js or GitHub Pages, I still highly recommend you come out and just take a stab at creating the portfolio website with us. It'll be very useful. And yeah, do you have a question?
What time would this be at?
I don't think our time is finalized. We will announce it in the Discord, but it should be around this time, 6 p.m. is usually when we go for. And with that, I'm going to pass the mic over to Camilla to talk a little bit more about our solution challenge.
Hi, everyone. So I'm going to talk about the solution challenge. Basically, the solution challenge is like a Google hosted hackathon, but there's a few differences. One of the main things is that it's like a 3-month long competition, so it's not as short as a hackathon. And for this competition, there's a team of maximum 4 members. You can be anywhere from 1 to 4 members. And at least one member of your team must be a part of the UCF GDSC or any other GDSC. So if you do want to join this competition, then make sure that you are signed up for that bevy that Ryan was talking about earlier. We'll also have it at the end of our PowerPoint. So if you want to join the solution challenge, make sure that you are joined as a part of the GDSC. For this hackathon, the solution challenge, you must use at least one Google technology in your final submission. So that may be Android, Angular, Google Cloud, any of the Google technologies that you want to use, you can use. And you also are going to build a solution to solve a local problem for one of the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals, which I'm going to go over in a little bit. But you can choose one or like more of the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals that you want to solve, and that is also part of a requirement for the solution challenge. And for the solution challenge, the registration is now open. So if you want to read more about it or you want to actually sign up to register, you can scan that QR code or go to the tiny URL next to that. And the submission opens at March 17th and it closes on March 31st. So you have about 3 months from right now to actually complete the solution challenge. So I'm going to give everyone a little bit of time if you want to scan that and learn more about it. You can also look up on Google, like the Google Solution Challenge. I'm sure you'll be able to find the website link to all the information that you need about it. So these are the UN 17 Sustainable Development Goals. So realistically, you want to pick one or more of these, and that's basically the target that you want to reach. So basically, you want to have like solving one of these issues from the UN 17 Sustainable Development Goals. And so the prizes for the solution challenge, the top 100 teams will win a t-shirt, certificate, and mentorship from Google. The top 10 finalists will win a $1,000 cash prize per member and some other Google stuff, mentorship, swag, etc. And the top 3 winners win a $3,000 cash prize per team member and are featured on the Google Developers blog, won some also Google swag, certificate, etc. So there's some really great prizes if you want to participate. And this is like a basic timeline of the event. So you want to make sure that you are joined in the Google Developer Student Club. So if you want to join the UCF, that would be a great idea. You want to form a team of 1 to 4 people. That's a maximum that you can go. Select a UN Sustainable Development Goal or more. Identify a solution for that. Design the user interface. Design the backend. Test your solution. Iterate on your project. And then record and submit your submission by March 31st. Remember that the submission opens on March 17th and closes on March 31st. So that's the strict deadline that you have.